Yo, what is up guys, Dubois here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So yesterday, a mega card was announced in boxing, titled The Day of Judgment. Multiple different promoters involved, taking place in Saudi Arabia. Some really interesting fights on this card, some good fights in my opinion, a few mismatches as well. But it really is a star-studded card. And I have to say, the fight I'm most looking forward to, believe it or not, is Daniel Dubois versus Jarrell Miller. Now, I've covered Jarrell Miller on his comeback following his drug ban. I am more than happy for him to be back in boxing. As far as I'm concerned, he served his time. Drug testing in boxing is a joke anyway. I like the guy, I find him funny, I find him entertaining, I find his style unique, and I think him versus Dubois is a really interesting fight. Daniel Dubois, a fighter with, I would say, a lot of raw potential, decent power, good jab, he's still young, he can still get better. But we look at Dubois now, and listen, I certainly think it's fair to question his heart, his balls, his toughness, his robustness. Does he have it? I'm not sure. I don't think so personally. Jarrell Miller is a big lump. He's a come-forward fighter. He is huge. Nearly 300 pounds. Comes forwards, soaks up punishment, massive head, good chin, great punch output. To me, stylistically, I think he can pose Daniel Dubois a lot of problems. Dubois is a better boxer in regards to the basic fundamentals. I think he's got better punch technique. He's got a far superior jab, in my opinion. He's got better power. I think he's got better timing, you know. I think from a technical perspective, Dubois does a lot better than Miller in certain areas. But I just see Miller as a really bad matchup for Dubois. Because I see a scenario where if Dubois can't hurt Miller in the first, let's say, 4 rounds or so, I think he could be in trouble. Because Miller doesn't stop. I know he's just coming back from a drug ban. Maybe his stamina's not as great as it used to be. It looked pretty good against Lucas Brown. He was still throwing a lot of punches when he stopped Lucas Brown. I think that was in, the 7th round? Something like that. So yeah, if Dubois can't hurt Miller early, and Miller just keeps on marching forwards, I would worry about Dubois once we get into the second half of this fight. I would worry about his conditioning, his mentality, and his toughness. Because 2 times in Dubois' career, the goings got tough. And let's be honest, he swallowed it. Miller's the type of guy where if that is in you and he gets you into that position, it's going to be a long night. Jarrell Miller is an attritional fighter. And if he gets in his rhythm, if he can apply that pressure, if he can let those shots go, collapse the pocket on Dubois, rough him up, it could be a long, long night for Dubois. A few years ago, if this was Miller from pre-drug ban, I picked Miller in a heartbeat twice on Sundays. The only thing that is making me doubt this pick is the fact that Miller has been out for so long. It is the fact that, let's be honest, he's going to be tested a crazy amount for this fight, whereas Dubois, maybe not quite so much. But listen, I can see the upset here. I'm assuming Dubois is the favourite. I think he is. But I can easily see the upset here. More than likely, I will make a prediction nearer the time. But I have to say, I think this is the most interesting fight on the card. And it's got some good fights, like I said. Some really good fights. Which I will talk about later in other videos. But yeah, Dubois versus Miller. Bro, it was nice seeing Miller back at that press conference. Getting at AJ. Still getting under AJ's skin all these years later. It's kind of funny. That fight could be there for Miller if he wins. So, listen, Miller should go into this with a lot of motivation. There's a lot at play here. And as for Dubois, I know the guy's mid-20s, but Bro, this is a pivotal fight in his career. If he were to lose this one, especially in a similar manner to how he lost against Joyce or Usyk, his career's done. If he takes a knee again, he's got a lot to prove as well. It's a good fight. It's a good fight. Anyway, share your thoughts below. Beanie Guy Del Boy. Peace.